First of all, welcome to the channel and thank you for stopping by. When time permits, please consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. Today we're going to talk about a product that most of us use, at least most riders in my experience use, and that is a Bluetooth headset. Now, some people use them simply to play music, some people answer calls, other people use them for comms, talking to their friends between one and, I think on my most recent ride in South Dakota, we had 10 people on our mesh network. If you were to purchase a name brand headset today, odds are you will pay more for it than you do for the ECE rated helmet that you put it on. Think about that. The device, they make a device that keeps your head intact in a high-speed crash, meeting the highest safety standards available, and they can do it for less than the headset that does phone calls, music, and talking to your friends. That's bonkers. What happened to electronics getting less expensive over time? Fortunately, there are several great brands out there. Products that are as full-featured as a Cardo, but priced more economically. I've reviewed some of them on this channel. And recently, the nice folks at XGP have reached out and asked would I like to take a look at this kit here, the XGP X10. Now, unlike the other ones I've reviewed and owned, this comes with two, and the price for these two is half of what I paid for my Edge. Now, I'm not expecting it to meet or exceed the Edge at this price point, but if it does the important things, music, phone calls, and lets me talk to my friends, it could be a really good product. So let's take it out of the box and look at it. Okay, let's take a look at what XGP has sent us with their X10. Not one, but two headsets. Wow, these are packed in here safely. This is very, very dense. Tough foam. Set you aside, we'll only be using one for right now. Okay, pluses and minuses. Minus, this has a old style slide on, nothing magnetic here. I will admit that one of the improvements I enjoy is magnetic attachment. Now, an absolute plus is I like a dial. I like reaching back with my finger, which has a glove on it, and being able to make adjustments without having to search for too many buttons. As far as buttons, we just have these two. And then our jog dial, actually, third button right here. Now, I do like the packaging. Warranty card. All right. Register your device, 2 years of warranty. That's fantastic. Put that aside. I'm going to assume one of these for each. So we only need to take a look at one. Microphone. Actually, I have come to enjoy this more than boom mics. The last two headsets I've tested, and in fact my Cardo, I like and use the mini mic. All right, this is important to look at. .3M tape. This is not very flexible. Depending on your helmet, that may be a problem. It'll be in ear spacers. Oh, it does include, should you choose, boom mic included. A lot of flexibility there. That's awesome. And This is something right here that honestly, when I got my first expensive device, I was like, hey, this is great. It comes with awesome speakers. But honestly, it might just be my hearing. I think these all have fine speakers. I've never had a unit that didn't. And then we have our little proprietary connector for what we'll be using. Now, this is plastic. It is not rubber. Of course, if you need to prevent dust and water from getting into this connection, man, you're riding hard. You're riding really hard. Okay, looks good, has everything we need. We're going to go ahead and off camera put this in a helmet. Now, interestingly, at least interesting to me, this XGP unit does not have a phone app. Just connect to it old school Bluetooth. There we go. Let's see if my phone picks it up. Okay, took a split second. X10. Pair. All right. 80% battery. We are connected. All right. Music is playing. Let's put on something that won't get a copyright problem.
Let's demonstrate how this X10 motorcycle headset to have a mesh intercom top. The X10 can support up to...
It's our max volume. Now, according to the instructions, this will go back and forward with music. I'm going to turn the volume all the way down. Again, we don't want to be playing copyrighted music in my YouTube channel. I'm old. If you don't like ABBA, sorry about that. There's a little bit of a delay, but we can indeed change. I wouldn't say it's the most consistent skipping. Multiple times I've had to hit the button twice, but it absolutely does skip back and forth, and I love this. There goes the volume up, volume down. Fantastic. Okay. Okay, it has been 5.5 days since I unboxed the XGP X10, and honestly, I was trying to think of how to close out the video. What am I going to say? And honestly, the only thing I can say is it is a fully functional, working Bluetooth headset that does everything every other headset does. I can put it on, it automatically connects to my phone, no issues, no app needed. I kind of like that. And when I get phone calls, I hit the button, the call answers. I hit the button, the call hangs up. When I use Apple Music, which is, well, what the family has, so it's what I'm using, I can put my music on. It does a fairly good job of manipulating, or I can do a fairly good job of manipulating it with this jog dial, which I absolutely love. I do find I need to manually adjust the volume at any kind of speed, but because it's not a little tiny button, because it is a decent jog, I don't mind that at all. Even with my gloves on, I can reach up and adjust. Everything is very responsive. As far as connecting to another headset, I've successfully connected it to 2 different headsets via Bluetooth. It works fine. Its own mesh seems to work well. I would say the distance did not compare to Cardo, but it was fine. If I could see the other bike, I was fine. Here in the office, I went ahead and I connected the 2 units and I walked outside of the building, and I'd say there were 4 walls between me and the headset I left here. and it started to break down. So it appears that line of sight is more important with this headset than with, say, a Cardo or a Sena. But honestly, that's fine. Unless you're on sport bikes and blowing past your buddies, you're gonna have absolutely no problem communicating together. So I wish I had more to say, but honestly, it is a Bluetooth headset that works perfectly. The plastic is completely sealed when you go ahead and put in the power cord. I like that. It just haven't been rained on, but I imagine there'd be zero problems at all. It is a fine working Bluetooth headset. The fact that it comes with two of them for half the price of one Cardo makes it an amazing deal. I don't feel that you're really losing anything off of a premium headset, but you don't have to pay a premium price. Now, I do prefer to have a headset that all of my friends have. That's why I own a Cardo. It's not that I really like Cardo itself, because again, if you don't have friends in another ecosystem, this works great by itself. It works great in its ecosystem. And if you're only talking one or two other friends and you don't need a mesh of 10 people, it does Bluetooth to multiple headsets without any kind of problem whatsoever. So for what they're charging for it, I think it's a really good value at a headset that does everything that every other headset does. And I kind of think that's the important thing with any headset review these days. They all work. They all do exactly what they're supposed to do. There's just two companies that charge you 2.5 times more than all of the other brands. So if you don't have a headset today and you're looking for one, I really recommend you take a look at brands like this, like the XGP X10, because they do everything a headset does for a lot less money. All right, if you stuck around, I appreciate it, and take care.